This week's Coronation Street will be featuring a lot of tension between Fiz and Tyrone while Peter is all set for his liver transplant. Meanwhile, the court has released Corey on bail. Tyrone faces a dilemma after agreeing to take care of Hope and Ruby despite having to go to work. So Alina comes to the rescue and decides to take care of the girls. In her care, Hope convinces Alina to give her an eyelash extension, which later gets her into more trouble with Fiz. Meanwhile, Sarah offers Fiz some flexible hours at the factory. She is delighted to hear the offer, but her mood soon changes when she finds out that Alina was the one who suggested the arrangements. Furious, Fiz rushes to pick up the girls. We later find out that Hope has been acting up in school. Hope scares Alina by running into the path of Ronnie's car. Thankfully, he manages to stop in time. Fiz, horrified by what happened, decides to take legal action, so she informs Tyrone that he won't be allowed to see them without a consent order. This results in a big verbal confrontation between the two former partners. Tyrone is furious about Fiz's revelation. He later accuses her of trying to have him arrested to gain custody of the girls. After Craig pulls him over for a breathalyzer test, both Fiz and Tyrone are ready to have a big custody battle over Hope and Ruby. On the other side of Cobbles, Peter is once again all set for his liver transplant. Peter was recently taken off of the donor list because he got into a physical altercation with one of Harvey's men posing as his staff. Carla is delighted to find out that the hospital has found a donor for Peter, but he is nowhere to be seen. Luckily, Daniel manages to track down Peter in the bistro. Carla reveals the good news to Peter and says her goodbyes as Peter prepares for his operation. Meanwhile, Nina is still struggling to cope with her boyfriend Seb's death. She confides in Asha and Summer over a bottle of vodka. The situation later escalates into Nina cutting herself in front of the two. The court recently released the murderer Corey on bail. Will Corey get what he deserves?